Hi, this is Johnny Bergen with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. This time we're talking about a great tune called I Just Keep Loving Her by Little Walter. This is another one of those things where it's something that people really ought to know and maybe they don't. So we're going to have some fun with it. I'm going to do it in the key of E. There are two versions by Little Walter of I Just Keep Loving Her. One has Othum Brown, and it's on the Ornell, and all these songs have been reissued in various places, like the Blues World of Little Walter on Delmark Records and so on. And the other one is Parkway, which has Muddy Waters and Baby Face Leroy. And I'm going to do that one because the guitar playing is simpler and better just to get a hold on it. And the tempo is a little more of a medium tempo. So what I'm going to do right now is I've got my metal finger pick on, and I got a plastic thumb pick, but that's because it just fits me better. But the metal on metal sound on your finger is a special sound, especially for the Muddy Waters style and the proto Muddy Waters style with the Baby Face Leroy era in the late 40s, the house rent boogie style, you know. And it just sounds great. So it sounds meaner and leaner and more biting. But if you want to use your fingers or whatever, go for it. So I'm going to start with the bass line. I'm going to do it slower than the record. And then I'm going to do the top part. And I'm going to do a down stroke and then a up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Like windshield wipers practically. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bass line with the Muddy Waters turnaround. I'm going to go around that twice. Kind of slow so you can watch it. And these are the notes like... And then that note sounds good on the 4. And then I'm going to play a bit of the top chords, and then we're going to explain it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to explain it a little bit. Notice there's a little chicka, chicka, chicka the whole time. And on some songs from this whole Babyface Leroy era that I love so much, you can really hear it chicka, chicka, chicka. It's when your foot's up, that's when you get that. That, and so it's a real dry chick on the way up. And now if you just want to use a pick and you just don't like these thumb picks, just go like this. And think about songs like Chicago Bound, which one of these days we're going to do. That's like where these ingredients for these little house rent boogie blues songs became like totally perfected and codified even. So that's when they had it down to a science, right? So if you can picture the vocals, try playing a little louder when there's no singing. Well, a nickel is a nickel and a dime is a dime. Got a little girl crazy about cherry wine. Just keep loving her. Louder. Just keep loving her. Yeah, just keep loving her. Don't know the reason why. Loud. So if you just must use a pick, go ahead. I'm just really wanting to illustrate this, you know. So I'm going to go through the notes again real slow for people who this may be newer to. This is important. This is 3rd and 4th fret on the low E string. I'm just doing all down strokes. Now use your pinky, 5th fret, D string. So you're probably wondering what that was. This is an E7th shape. This is in the Muddy Water song Country Boy that I did way back, and it's in a million Muddy Water songs. It's integral to the whole deal here. And then this is a B7th chord inversion, where the note in the bass note is not the root. I just rolled my 2nd finger over to the 2nd fret of the E string, just like T-Bone Walker. He didn't do this. He did this. And just like Muddy Waters goes, and J.B. Lenore, they all use this inversion all the time. It makes the chord bigger. Well, nickel is a nickel. You can use your thumbnail if you want. You can use your thumbnail and get a up and down pick like this. That sounds pretty funky. I just keep loving her. Yeah, just keep loving her. Yeah, just keep loving her. Don't know the reason why. Yeah, so see if you can get that going. However you got to get there. Just keep loving louder. Yeah, just keep loving her louder. Just keep loving her. Don't know the reason why. That was the Muddy Waters guitar solo. How's that for a classic guitar solo? So what that was picture an E6 chord like this, which is in all your 6 hot jumping boogie kind of songs, right? The way I'm playing this is 2nd finger on the E note and on the D string, 1st finger on the 1st fret. And then it's comfortable for me to use my 3rd finger, but you could on the 2nd fret of the E string. So here's what he did. Open E string and then back to the 6th. And then he just hammers on here. So once again, this is an example of a guitar solo that is married to the chord. And every note came right out of your chord. Sounds good with this, doesn't it? Now on the 4, he does a 1-finger A chord and uses his 3rd finger and goes, or he does something cool like this, which is like kind of jabbing it. Down, down. It's like big band phrasing, you know, with the kicks and stuff. And then for the 5, he just goes up and bounce it. And basically the whole thing is a really simplified Big Bill Broomsy, because we all know that Muddy Waters had a relationship with Big Bill Broonzy, did a lot of Big Bill Broonzy songs, is Muddy Waters kind of took Big Bill's guitar style there and made it raw, put the metal on metal sound in there, and more distorted and more basic meat and potatoes. I mean, that's a part of Muddy's guitar style there, because Big Bill Broonzy was really pretty elegant, and he could also play in C and G and stuff and leave most guitar players of any era in the dust. But when it came to E, this would sort of be the kind of things he would do in E. It's things like Hey Hey Mama and all that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, he just repeats those things again, throughout the whole song. And then here's his chords over the groove. This is cool. This is the same chord he uses in Honeybee, where he goes, sail on. It's just a D chord that's been moved up 2 frets, but you don't really see, people don't really use it that much now, but it really rocks. So this is just 4, 5, and 4. So when he goes donka 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 donka, he just jumps in, bam, donka 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 donka. Then for the 4, he goes up 3, donka 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 donka, donka 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 donka, and then B7th. Don't worry about the root here. We're going to Jimmy Reed it, if you know what I mean. We're just going to leave the root out of it, put the 7th on the bottom. And then the 5 with the inversion. So I'm going to do that again real slow. Well, I woke up this morning feeling bad, thinking about the good girl that I once have had, but I just keep loving her. It's not really. It's like he's playing an E minor over an A. Don't worry about it. But just try it. If you move it up like this, it's the top part of an an A ninth chord. You can do it this way. An E6 up to an E ninth. That'd be sort of a more modern way to do it. But he's doing the house rent party version. Woke up this morning feeling bad, thinking about the good girl I must have had, and I just keep loving her. I just keep loving her. Yeah, I just keep loving her. Don't know the reason why. Now I'm going to show you one more little thing, which is very cool. This is also in Juke that Jimmy Rogers does. Let's say you're here, and you might hear this on some other Baby Face Leroy kind of stuff. And you're going to walk down from the 4 to the 1, right? But if Jimmy Rogers might have done this if he was in Juke, like what he did in Juke. It's also in songs like The Stuff You Gotta Watch, If You Don't Want to Lose That Girl. That's 4, 2, then don't play the A string, 4 on the G string, 2 on the E string, don't play the A string, and 4 on the low E string. Now move it down, leave the first finger where it is, and then move everything down 1 fret. That's your 5, right? So if you're doing the whole thing, well, dime is a dime, talking about that wine, I just keep loving her. Just keep loving her. Yeah, just keep loving her. Don't know the reason why. So that isn't in the song, but I like it for this style. It's in Juke, and it's in some other things, and it works. So have fun with this tune. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and drop me a line with any questions. I don't think we can ask anyone if they knew Baby Face Leroy since he died in the 50s. Or I don't know very much about Othum Brown. I'd love to learn more about him. But have fun with this awesome style of music, and don't be afraid to really dive into the metal on metal sound with the thumb picks, finger picks. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.